I made a statement last week that got me thinking about the levels of knowing. I stated that I believe the Alabama Crimson Tide this year may be fielding their best team ever. As much as I hate to admit that, being an Auburn fan, this team is incredible. If you watched the game last Saturday and what they demolished Mississippi State, they've got a great defense, a very efficient offense. They play great special teams. They're scoring touchdowns on defense. I mean, this team is incredible. And so I stated that this may be the best team that they ever had. And this got me to thinking about, how do we know? What are the levels of knowing? What is the levels of opinion versus facts? Because I'm sure there was some Alabama fan before they ever stepped on the field for the first time this season that said, this is going to be the best team that we've ever fielded. They didn't have any real objective facts, except for maybe they visited some practices this summer during training camp, or went to the A-Day game last spring and saw their talent. But they didn't know what kind of talent they would really be up against. But they made that statement just out of emotion. This is my opinion. This is the best team ever. I made the statement based on some facts. The fact of watching them this year and seeing what they did. But that's limited. That's an opinion based on limited facts or limited data. Somebody else could make the argument that the 1979 championship team was by far the best Alabama team that has ever been fielded, but I wouldn't know if they were accurate or not. But they may actually have facts to back that up. They may have statistics looking at what the defense did and what the offensive did and what kind of talent they played against and how they competed with against that talent. That would be an opinion based on more facts. And then there's the opinion of the experts. The experts may break down the different seasons, and they may come up with a totally different year that Alabama was the best. And they may even pick a year where Alabama didn't go undefeated, but they may look at the injuries that occurred that led up to that one loss, but they still went on to win the national championship. And they may come to the conclusion that even a one-loss team was better than the undefeated teams that occurred in all the other years. But that would be opinions based on even greater facts presented by experts. Now, the guy that made the claim at the beginning of the season may be right. This may be the best team ever, and if we had a time machine, we could put this team in the time machine and go back and play the other teams and prove it on the field. And the guy that's just haphazardly saying this is the best team ever before he ever had any facts may be right. We can't prove that. But he can't prove it either. And as I was thinking about the level of knowledge and the level of understanding, I came into another circumstance where I was having a conversation online with a fella that obviously knew more about the subject than I did. And so I respectfully bowed out and I said, you may be right. I'd like to check the facts. Because he had more facts in his argument against me on this particular subject. And I was going purely off of emotion primarily. I have this opinion. And we so often double down when we just have an opinion without facts. I guess it's in our human nature. We don't like to be wrong. We want to think that our understanding is the best understanding. It's our understanding. Of course we want to think it's the best understanding. But I bowed out of it and looked at the facts. I think he misinterpreted some of those facts that he presented. I haven't fully concluded that, so I'm not going to, get in an argument about it. But I was respectful to his opinion, knowing that he had indeed more knowledge on the subject than I did. I think that's what it's going to take as we are in this very contentious life that we live in now. We have these opinions and we hold on to them, and when we're faced with conflicting dialogue and conflicting data, we'll double down even though we don't have a leg to stand on. That's ridiculous. Why can't we just admit that, hey, maybe we don't have all the information here? Maybe I need to look at this further. I may indeed be right, and they may indeed be wrong. But I think the 2016 team is better than the 1979 team. But I don't have all the facts. So no sense in arguing about it. See you next time.